So if you're like just on the brink of dying, you right click this. This fully heals you in like no time at all. And then this one right here is gives you 3 items. It gives you 2 golden carrots and 1 rapid stew. This is because golden carrots are one of the best ways of fully increasing your saturation, but not really good for hunger. But rapid stew is one of the highest ones that give you a lot of hunger, or pretty much that replenishes hunger, but not a lot of saturation. So if you combine the two, at the full limit, you should have, I think it's around, almost, I think, you should have around, I think, 30 saturation, which is about 1.5 pretty much full of hunger bar. And I think for this, you'll have about 11 hunger pretty much filled. So that's not really, like, too bad, but it's not really too terrible. The other thing I think that's really interesting about this is pretty much more so in the basement. So over here we have a giant storage area with a structure block because I am allowed to use it. And over here we have my armament box, very cool, with a bunch of enchanted items. Very, very cool. I think in this one is just random equipment that I pretty much made over my time of playing Minecraft. If you have come from somewhere else, you might remember this from somewhere. And I think you might also remember this one and this one, I think. I don't know. And if we go and right-click this, and we click, I think it's just shy of right over here. We have a bunch of withers, and I think over here we have a TNT. So yeah, very cool. I don't think there's anything else over here. Over here, not as... yeah, there's nothing over here. Over here we have a smelting area. I sort of had this design on somewhere before. I really liked it. It really suited the place a lot. So I decided to sort of just plant it in here as well, and it sort of fits it as well here. I think that the smoker would have fit a lot better if it was moved over, but I find that it would be much too easy to use the blast furnace. So there you go. Plus I'm not really going to be using the blast furnace. I'm mostly going to be using the blast furnaces over there to smelt everything. Over here we have the enchanting area. So this has a max stack of 30, of course. This is as condensed as possible, so though I can have my little alchemy station and my enchanting area. These barrels over here have a full ingredient list. It has every ingredient that you can make a potion with in a shulker, just to maximize storage capacity for each and everything. And you'll see that there's duplicated over here as well. This sign over here and replicated over there, of course, will remove all potion effects from the player. So this will remove every potion effect that I have. So I'll have to replant that later. So right over here, we have something that's interesting. I don't think I have anything with mending just to show it off. Or do I? Do I have something with mending to show it off? Do you have mending? You do? Well, I'm going to use you then. Oh, I have another travel trident. Yeah, just use that for now. Sort of spoiled a hidden secret. So this is pretty much what I use for mending nowadays. Before I had it so though the sign would give you a stack of 64, I think, bottle of enchanting. I decided to change that into something different. I found this in a different map, and I was like, oh, you could do this. So I decided to sort of tinker that. What was it? Was it a command block? I think it was a command block, and I decided to tweak it into a sign so that whenever you right click, you have to sort of have the item with mending in your hand, or if you have armor, you can just have the armor equipped, and you just right click the sign, and a bunch of bottle of enchanting drop. I think it's I think I have it maxed at 4, and I'll show you what it does. Pretty much the bottle of enchanting is pretty much coming I had this. I wanted the effects though it comes out of the book, but it doesn't really happen that way. So pretty much this spawns in a bunch of thrown a bottle of enchantings a block above this enchanting table, and pretty much smashes it upon the book itself, and then it gives you all of the experience sort of thing for the item for mending. So that sort of neutralized the whole giving you a bunch of bottle of enchantings just so that you have a bunch of broken levels pretty much. And I sort of gone a little bit crazy with a bunch of these items where I was finally able to rename them with color and bold and text and stuff like that on some of these. Not really. I now have a new stick. I call it the beating stick. It's very cool. Very nice. I think I changed the enchanting list a little bit, so I think I had knockback first, I think, and I changed it to sharpness first and all that stuff. I have a old vertical compass. I'll just have to change that. It's not that big of a problem. This here, I have a battle box. This has a bunch of stuff in it, and this also has a bunch of behemoth stuff. This is my pretty much my god set, if you will. A bunch of 32k armor, or pretty much a 32k armor. This has a useful tools. This has pretty much like Steer the Strider, which is this. I think it also has one with a normal carrot. I think that one is for a I'm trying to remember the name. I think I have it called Steer the Pork, I think, as for the pig option. Toolbox pretty much is mostly just like little knickknacks here and there that I've created over time. I think it also at one point has a monster spawner. I think it also has a command block in it, and I think it also may have a structure block. I don't know. I guess we could check it. It's not like it's that big of a deal. Yeah, it does have a structure block. It also has barrier blocks. And it's also got some cool items in here. This is just from a different world that I had, and I think some of these are as well. Yeah. I also found a way to enchant a terracotta, named it Design, because it's I don't know, I just decided to make it as a joke, and a glass, white stained glass, and named it Glass Boy. So pretty much whenever you kill it, it says that they were slain by you with Design, and with Glass Boy, so I thought that would be kind of funny. Just roll around with. I don't know, it was pretty funny when I made it. Useful tools, I don't think has anything interesting. Yeah, it's just got basic stuff in there. Steer the Pork, yeah. And I have the pneumatic fishing rod, training bow. Yeah, everything else is just fine. Yeah, you'll notice that some of the stuff says unbreakable. I also found out during 1.13, I'll probably show it off too. But back to everything, I have the makeshift box. This pretty much just has random assortment of equipment in here. And the wander box, same thing. It's got random assortment equipment in there. And then the traveler's box has just... I had two black shulker boxes running around somewhere. I decided to just splice them together. And that's pretty much what that is. And over here I have the Wonder Barrel. This is pretty much how I had everything else being in here. It's very cool looking. And I think that's pretty much everything. There's nothing really too much else over here as well. I made sure that there was no doors in here, so it looks as, I don't want to say innocent, but it doesn't look as easily invadable as much as possible, because you have to sort of crouch down and you have, you're more vulnerable that way. And there is a secret down here. This is pretty much the only secret, where we have a hopper here. This hopper has 3 potions that I was able to make through commands. One of them we will be using, but mostly it's just to show off these potions as well. So one of these potions is named the Stealth Potion. This gives you invisibility pretty much infinitely and slow falling. This is pretty much just a really interesting one. Also, you won't be showing off any potion particles as well, so it'll be very good to have, especially if you're just going to invade someone's base. You just pop this potion and you don't have to worry about it. This one is the Behemoth Potion. This one's pretty interesting as well. This one gives you those stats. That's pretty much what I was using. until I got rid of the potion effects. So yeah, I'll have to pop another one of those. And I have the Buff Boy potion. So yeah, this one's not really that overpowered. I could make this even higher, but I decided to just stick with this. And that's pretty much all the potions that we have in here. I also have something else within here. I'm just going to talk about just briefly. I don't think I need to talk too much about this. This is the ammunition barrel. So this has a bunch of my deadly experimental arrows. So these are pretty deadly. And they're very disorienting. So I'm not going to go and end up using one on people. This is only when there's a raid on someone's base kind of thing. And they decide to raid my area. I'll use these. But only on self-defense. This is my crossbow rocket. Yeah, it's pretty strong. It's pretty bad for lag kind of thing. And we also have my thieves arrow. This is pretty, pretty simple. I don't think I made it too overpowered. I think I made it pretty simple and not really too dangerous. So pretty much if you don't get one-shotted by this, you're going to be taking a lot of damage. You're going to be taking heavy poison. Plus, no matter where you are, for 10 seconds, I'll be able to find out where you are. It's pretty simple. Pretty self-explanatory, too, of why that is there. And over here, we have a Piglin Observer armor. So this one I made in 1.15 in anticipation for 1.16, of course. And we also have the Farmening Ho. Man, I don't know why I spelled it that way. Yeah. This was created from a old world that I had, and I just decided to change the Ho to Netherite, and change the name and give it Curse of Vanishing. That is because I think it's watermelons. And I think there's a different farming one, farmable thing that only get bonuses from looting. And then there was one of them that gained bonuses from, what was it? One gained it from looting and the other one's gained it from fortune or something like that. And I was just like, oh, okay. I'm just going to, I'm just going to go make a hoe that has both of them then. And then that's when I also found out that certain items or certain what is it called? Certain I guess we could just call them produce in this game. Actually get picked out faster with a axe more than a hoe. So I decided to just make an axe as well. I don't think I kept it though. I think we should be reaching the cramming limit at some point. We should reach it at some point. I don't know when, but it should happen at some point. Maybe when the baby cows are grown up, they'll actually get the cramming limit. I'm just going to go over it one more time. I'm going to find out if there's any that need it. Nope. I think that's it. Okay then. Here we go. Are some of them being damaged? Huh, interesting. I didn't know some of them were being damaged. Yeah, it's going to be a really loud area. I can already hear the peace and quiet. Yeah, so just in case I didn't talk about this on the during the last session. If anybody from the server actually wants their creations, pretty much they just need to let me know, and I'll give them either the world download, or if they have it on a structure block, sort of like how I have Vertical Being and my last creation, that I might as well just pop it down so I can show you guys what I was pretty much using before. But yeah, so pretty much if anybody wants their creations from from the server kind of thing, let me know. If it's on a structure block, like I have Voracle here, big under structure block. So if I was pretty much not the host kind of thing, and I just said, hey, I want, Voracle for my personal usage, I would go, okay, give me a second. I'll go and search up through the server directory and find it under the generated tab and find out, like, where your creation is. I think I can possibly find it. I believe my creation should still be on the server. I do still have to remove it from the order at some point. But we'll find out if it actually is. And in case you're saying like, oh, this isn't survival, I never claimed it was, to be fair. This server, we pretty much have it so that we can do exactly whatever we want. We did not specify that you have to literally play by, not really play by the rules, but you literally don't have to like, dang it, really? I don't have it? Wait a minute. I might have actually, no, it probably still is in there. Wait, give me a second. It might still be in here. Generated structures. Nope, I got rid of it. I did. But it's fine. I will add it in anyway, just to show it off. I technically am allowed because it is my 1.15 structure. But I will immediately remove it anyway, so it's not really that big of a deal. Where is it? 1.13? No. 1.14? No. 1.15? No. 1.16. There we go. We'll go copy that over here. We'll oh, no, wait. I can't minimize that. That's where the server was. Where is it? Here it is. Structures.